Okay, today's big adventure was finishing the pathways with all of the tiny red alder female cones all over it. And I did some pruning. Cushions are in for the night. I pruned up my burning bush and I pruned up my meadow lilac down here that was sprawling over the pathway. These are Japanese anemones that are coming up nicely. They will get as tall as I am, and they have beautiful pink flowers that look like daisies almost, but they're pink and they have a yellow ring around a green center, so they're very pretty. As you can see, my path is pretty much clean. I don't see any female red alder cones. I have beautiful natural ferns. These come up every year, and they're right there by my Japonica clematis, which hasn't bloomed yet. It should bloom just about the time that the lilacs are ending. So it'll be a purple in this area when the lilacs are done. It smells amazing. And I waited till evening so that the colors were a bit more natural and not washed out by the sun. But as you can see, I have beautiful lilacs. Gorgeous. And they smell amazing. I also am allergic to them, but anyway, I love them. And then right down here, I have another little burning bush that I planted 2 years ago, I think it was. Hasn't done very much. This is going up the little pathway to the fountain. And this azalea just ended its bloom. That was a lighter pink. Well, not really pink, it was a hot pink. And I have a red one over there. And up the pathway, I have some lupins coming in. I've got hollyhocks. I have mint, some gay flowers or liatris, and a hosta. And these great big bushes, I'm standing under my pink dogwood tree, which hasn't bloomed yet. My white ones are in bloom. The pink one comes a little bit later when the white ones are still holding their blossoms, but towards the end. And I've got a verbena, or viburnum, I'm sorry, viburnum. Got a beautiful rose over here, which is going to be, once again, a hot pink color. These lilacs have gone by. This is a Miss Kim that my daughter sent me, and they bloom a little smaller, and they go by a little bit more quickly, but they come out earlier. And these are the hostas I transplanted a few weeks ago, and look at them go. They're doing very nicely. My phlox is coming along. I have a variegated holly back there that just doesn't like the spot for some reason. I may have to put that somewhere else. I can't do any mulching because of the dog. It would be all over the pathways. I have a spirea here that'll bloom in white. Got a fruit tree that I do not know what it is. I transplanted that, and it's doing nicely, but have no clue what kind it is. But see how clean these pathways are finally? Yay! First I get the leaves off, then I get the catkins off along with some weeds. And then I have a big cedar tree here, red cedar, but all along the fence line I have red alders. And the red alders have 2 stages. They have a male catkin, and so I get the catkins and the weeds, and then I have to wait a few weeks for the female cones to come down. And they're itty bitty things. See if I can find one here off the pathway, since I cleared them all off. Yep, here's one. This is what a red alder cone looks like, and these are females. The catkins are the males. And these were all over the pathway. I didn't bother getting them out of the garden section because I got most of the catkins up. So without the males, I don't think the cones are going to do very much, except crunch under the feet. The green that looks like weeds in there, right beyond the wall there, that is lemon balm, and I use that in teas. And we have a rose here, and some iberis. And way over there, you can just barely see those white flowers. There we go. They are like a lily of the valley type flower, and they are on Solomon seal. And I got the Solomon seal quite some time ago at the farmer's market. And it has just taken over that corner. And it looks so pretty. And then more Japanese anemones there. And another rose. And I have a serviceberry tree up there, which is just starting to turn its flowers into berries. And then, of course, my beautiful red cedar. And along this side, we have another pathway that walks up to the fountain. And in here, I have an iris that's blooming. I also have let's see, I've got pampas grass that I put in last year, and that's not looking too happy, although it's got the proper soil and water conditions out here. So I don't know, I'll have to keep an eye on that. And I have some crocosema that are coming along nicely. Over there I will have black-eyed Susans. Oh, my first mosquito of the season, I see, and he's coming after me. I have a hosta, some primroses, some euthanasia, and more clean pathways. And I put some petunias in my watering can today. A bronze 9-bark. More iberis. And over to the side of the iberis, the other very green, lush growth is a pink iberis. And they bloom after the white ones. So I have tried to make it so that there is something in bloom all the time. That's for my butterflies, my bees, and hostas and hellebores and a huge burning bush that'll be gorgeous this fall. But until the burning bush is gorgeous, I do have the red lace maple, which stays small, but it goes wide. And an azalea next to it. Look at those pathways, they are clean. And back here I have a white dogwood that is just starting to bloom. And as I turn to my right here, you will see a huge dogwood that is in full bloom right now. And back here I have some more pyrrhus. I've got a panicle hydrangea, a salmon colored rose. This is a Chinese pistache tree that my son wanted. I have more lilacs over there, and you can't really see the color, but they're a combination of the light lilac, and I think I've got one white one in the middle there. And behind the bench over there, I have rhubarb. And I have lots of dandelions I've got to get to. That's my last weeding area. Another rose. A blueberry bush. That's a Darwin, and that always does very well. And here's the remaining hosta over here. I had to take the one out where the can is because we have the electrical problem we will have to fix. And my double blooming pink rose is about ready to burst. I've got rose buds coming out. I hope that I get a couple of them that burst by this weekend because I have someone coming to take pictures that wants to try out their professional camera they just bought. Oh, and this is a blue chiffon hibiscus tree. And that's coming along nicely too. You'll probably get tired of seeing all these videos, but I take videos so that I know what I've got and where it is. A basket of gold, and I've got the liatris, a pink azalea over there. Got white rhodie, more pink azaleas, some hydrangea, or not hydrangeas, some hostas. I've got an iris that's coming up, and I believe the iris here is going to be a yellow and brown. And then daylilies along the shed. And this hawthorn tree is, oh, you can't see it now, but it all the way up at the top, it is starting to bloom. So I'll have to do that at a later date. My red Japanese maple, blood red, and the pond. And I also weeded in here today. I even do walkways behind my shed. But there you go, I weeded in there, and those are hostas coming up along the fence. And when we bring the pressure washer back here. I'm going to have to do the sides of the sheds and the back side of the house. But I did the chairs and they're looking good. I still have to spray them with the cement sealer, but they are clean. And there's kind of a pan of what I did. Everything's been pressure washed except for the sheds. And the pathways are clean. So it is starting to look very nice. The front is coming along nicely. I have a little weeding out there to do tomorrow. But all in all, it looks terrific. Look at that gorgeous tree. But I did want to do the video tonight instead of in the sunshine, because the colors don't come out quite as true in the sun. It bleaches them out. And I do have at least one rose that's out here, and that's my candy cane rose. And the fountain is clean. So I hope you enjoyed the evening walk with me. I was all excited just to get my work done today and get all the pathways done. Oh, I forgot my rambling rose. I don't know if you can see that or not. I have a yellow climber here that is about ready to burst as well. And then up here, see if I can zoom in on my rambling rose. I come over, get out of the light. It's a very yellow, and it decided it was going to go upwards this year instead of cascade down. But I do have yellow blossoms, and they're just starting to come out. There's a lot more up on top, and some of them came cascading down, but usually it overhangs and they're all just over the chairs, but not this year. So I will say good night now from Port Orchard, Washington. It's been a long day, but I enjoy being outside and working in the dirt. And I will see you tomorrow in some fashion. And my pyrus are losing their color. They're turning into regular leaves now. And so in the next, well, as soon as my visitor with the camera leaves, I will be clipping off the new growth and taking them down because I don't like them to get quite so tall. And they will get really tall. So I'm just leaving these leaves on for now. You hear me, leaves? But everything is weedless and clean. And I have just a few petunias in my basket. Good night from Lynn's Garden in Port Orchard, Washington, Zone 8B.